Oh, that's a sugar daddy? Woo! Could be a sugar daddy for somebody in here. They're giving away the fact that you got money, Gary. You're gonna have a line downstairs of women waiting to meet you, Gary. But yeah, pros and cons. So I'm trying to weigh it out, like you do with all your decisions, right? Now, sugar babies, they're just like those tiny little designer dogs. You know what I mean? They're cute, they're expensive, and everywhere you go, they want to come. And let me tell you something about me, guys. I probably should have told you this before. I am from New York, right? So, good. Another person who's crazy. Staten Island, okay. I'm from the Bronx. And and I bring a little Bronx attitude, which means my bank account is broke, okay? And the jokes you guys are getting tonight from Tubi, okay? That being said, me being a sugar mama, I'm a little sugar deficient, you know what I'm saying? At very best, Splenda mama, maybe I can swing that, So my poor sugar baby, but I have a sugar baby and his name is Killer, okay? I call him Killer. Ladies, I don't have to tell you why I call him that and what he's killing, right? You guys know. I know you know. Yeah, that's my sugar baby. But he only texts, he doesn't call or anything like that. And so he will call and do things like, WYD, DTF, PS5. Now, I don't know if you guys know what all of those are. I didn't at first, right? You do? Okay, you out there. You are out there. You're from Staten Island, New York, so you know it all. Okay. Well, I'm from the Bronx. I guess I should have known it all, but I didn't. But yeah, so WYD, what are you doing? DTF, down to fuck. PS5, please send 5. That's the thing about Killer. Killer knows his sugar mama is broke, okay? Okay? So what's understood does not need to be explained. We both have PTSD, okay? Poor traumatic stress disorder. So like, if a rent-a-center truck or van pulls up, he knows to go turn off the lights and we both hit the deck, right? I love Killer. Killer knows. Yeah. Killer knows, and he's understanding of my financial situation, right? But, on the other end, sugar daddies, okay? So sugar daddies, you cannot count them out, okay? I'm waiting for Clay's wife to make some moves here. But because they know what they want. They know what they want out of life, right? Like, heck yeah, exactly. And they have that, ladies, you need to know, they have that good, big, sweet, delicious life insurance policy. Right? Yes, life insurance policy, right? But I'm a little bit older, so any sugar daddy I get is gonna be way up there. No offense, Clay. So, and with that, unfortunately, comes a lot of possible medical issues, like they could have something like cancer, or worse, erectile dysfunction. Ew, what am I supposed to do with that? And I can't have them die too soon, I gotta get on the life insurance policy, right? That's part of it. They can't die too soon, and sometimes they can have things like diabetes, and if you guys know anything about diabetes, you really can't mess around with that because you could lose a limb, right? And my standards aren't real high, but at the very least, I need my men to have 10 fingers, 10 toes, and 3 legs. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Staten Island, she knows about that 3rd leg. Yeah, so So, trying to figure all of that out, but let me tell you a little bit more about my sugar daddy, because I have to really respect him. His name was Clero. Yeah, Clero. That's how far up there he was. And he was he's a Vietnam vet, right? So I have total respect for him, I have total respect for him and his TRICARE health insurance, okay? Surgery, $5.99, okay? I'm up there too. I may need to pay, under $10 for a surgery. So definitely, he's on my list, right? And Cleroy, unfortunately, with having been in the Vietnam War, he has PTSD, which is really strange because he was never even deployed, right? He just peeled potatoes during the whole time, right? So I don't know what the PTSD might stand for, potato trauma stress disorder. I don't know what it is. But with that, he gets flashbacks, and his temper is really bad, right? So one time we are just driving to dinner, and he pulls out into traffic, somebody else pulls out in traffic right in front of him. And that pisses all of us off, right? But Clero went off. I think he was having some kind of flashback to Vietnam peeling potatoes, because he starts yelling stuff about Charlie and potatoes. By the way, I'm pretty sure Charlie's racist. So, rude racism. But you gotta forgive Clero. It's his PTSD, So, that wasn't the worst part though. But when he gets angry, he farts. Okay? Sean, you know about this? Yeah, hell yeah. So that's why we couldn't really be together, okay? Because that one time he let out a mean fart, right? And would you believe he locks eyes with me? Now you guys know that's the one rule. If you fart, you do not lock eyes with the people around you. Can we agree to that? No, but he locks eyes with me, stops cussing at the driver, and starts laughing. And there was not a fucking thing funny about his fart. That thing smelled like the civil rights movement and stolen reparations, okay? And everything our ancestors have been through. And potatoes. Yes, sir, he needs his fiber. Thank you guys so much. That's been my time.